Hello there, my name's John McCarthy, and first of all, welcome to the nature. Second, welcome to PGA Tour 2K25. Guess what? It's time for the golfs. We're down on the 10th here, getting ready to play just the back 9 today. Hope you have a good round out there. Oh, no good. Here's our second shot on the 10th. This one's out of the rough, but might not be making it to the green. And that's going to get wet. Setting up from the long grass here. Let's get on out of this. Oh, I think you needed more club. And he's got about 160 yards to go here. And here's their 8-iron. Setting up here with a very long putt. All right, maybe next putt we can drop it. And this putt's going to put him one up. All right, he dropped that one in there, and that's going to win the hole. And your friend will be one up after the first hole of this one. And the 11th hole of this one is a par 4. Oh, let's see what you can do on this one. Whoa, got a hold of that one. Just raw power unleashed there. And this one's around 160 yards out. Okay, second shot on the 11th. Safely on the green. Here's an 18-footer. I think this one's breaking to the left. Oh, unfortunate. And if he sinks this next putt, he's going to go 2 up on you. Look out. And here we go. He's putting for the par. And that will do. And now you're left with this putt to have the hole. Okay, that hole's going to be halved. Okay, the 12th hole is in front of us. We got a par 3 for this one. 7-iron on display here. All right, let's go. Nice stroke. We're on the green. Here we have a 17-foot putt. This one's going pretty hard to the left. We'll need a little more pace on that one. And if he sinks this, he will go 2 up. Looks like this one's taking a break to the left. And he gets the birdie putt to go. And a tough result on that hole, but there's more to come. All right, 13th hole is coming up. We got a par 5 ahead. Looking good off the tee. Okay, full sand. Let's go. And let's see if this one will run. You caught the downslope. Well done. And here's our second shot on the 13th. All right, here's his second shot. And from the green side bunker. And you are putting now, and I'm happy for you. Here's what you're looking at for birdie. Oh my, that's too bad. And if this drops, he can go to 3 up. And that's going to drop, and he will win this hole. And your friend is 3 up after that one. Here we go. Now, the 14th hole. This one's a par 4. Oh, this one's in the fairway. Okay, let's rip this out into the fairway. Well, I hope for your sake this holds the fairway. And that'll just sneak into the first cut of rough. All right, here's our second shot on the 14th. And he's setting up here around 135 yards out. Okay, they're going with the pitching wedge here. Okay, we're setting this one up. It's extremely far from the cup as well, so let's try to get this maybe within 5 feet or so, and we'll call that a win. Ooh, flying by the hole. All right, that's it's just a setback. Just a setback. Oh, the chip goes right by there. And if he sinks this next putt, it's going to go dormy. All right, he's got that one to drop, and that will win the hole. Okay, your friend's 4 up after that hole. And now the 15th hole. We got a par 4 for this one. All right, interested to see what you have in store for us here. And around 195 yards to the pin for him. Let's see what happens. And good luck with your second here on the 15th. Nice shot. That'll do. All right, here's a 23-footer. This putt's moving to the left up the hill. Oh, this has my attention. Looking very good. Yes! Drops it on in there. What a putt. All right, if this goes down, you're packing. Looks like a bit of a break in this one to the right. Ooh. All right, catching up on your friend after that hole. I like it. Okay, I have a good tee shot here now on the 16th. Ooh, can we get a kick to the left? You'll be all right there. All right, let's see how he does on this hole. And he's looking this one over. He's got a long putt ahead of him. And this one looks like it's kind of moving from the left to the right. Oh, my goodness. All right, sink this one and you'll win the hole. This one's breaking left to right. It's also downhill. Ooh, careful there. You come in there like Seabiscuit. This one's for his par. Let's see what he does. This one looks like it's breaking to the left. Oh. Okay, you need this to win the hole. All right, that drops on in there, and you've won this hole. And after that one, your friend is 2 up for the match. Okay, it's a lengthy par 4. Well, this one's looking good. Okay, he appears to be ready to roll on this one. Let's see how this tee shot goes. Okay, we're about 205 to the pin from here. Well, better luck next time. And from around 200 yards out, let's see what he does. Okay, let's get up and on our way from this bunker. And now we will putt. Nicely played out of the sand. Lining this one up at 21 feet. This one's just breaking hard to the left. All right, if he sinks this, you're done, bud. Right by. All right, nothing to worry about, just a bogey putt, that's all. And he needs this next putt to win the match. Sorry. And he'll end his round with a solid par.
And there you go.
Well, that's too bad. Your friend will finish this match at 3 up. And you couldn't beat them today, but maybe next time. And with that, I must leave you. I had fun out there with you today. Thanks for a great round. Hello there, my name's John McCarthy, and I want to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K25. Spoiler alert, golf is about to happen right now. Just practicing the front 9 of this course today. Let's have a good round out there. And he's ready to tee off here. Let's see how this goes. He's hitting out of the beach here now. Let's see what goes down. And this shot's about 120 yards away from the pin. Heading a little bit to the left on the approach.
That's what I should have did too, pardon.
Ooh, almost in there. And this putt right here will put him at 1 up. And this one's, I think, going left to right. This putt's around 24 feet to the cup. This one looks like it has a bit of a break to the right. This one's for bogey. He's got a 3-footer here. And that putt'll drop. And everybody's all square after that first hole. All right, let's go. We got a par 4 on the second hole. All right, interested to see what he has in store for us here.
All right, Beast Bar, swing that thing.
Tee shot's looking decent. We are in the deep stuff here. This one might be coming up short from the rough. Well, you can't hit them all. Okay, this one's around 165 yards out.
Ooh, next time you lose.
Okay, this is his third.
That's some bullshit.
All right, he's got this for birdie. Let's see what happens. I think this one will go left to right. And if he sinks this next putt, he'll go one up. And I think this one's breaking to the left. And now this from 5 feet. And his bogey putt commences here.
All right, Beast, wake up. I know how it be when the Beast coming to play and you sleep. They don't hit that Beast.
And after that hole, your team's sitting at 1 up. Now we will tee up on the 3rd hole. And we're teeing up now on the 3rd. Whoops. All right, let's see what he does on this one. Not an amazing swing. Okay, he's coming out of the deep stuff. that ball. Okay, we've found your friend here in the deep rough. Let's see how he does.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm playing tired right now. So, if some unorthodox happen, I'm tired. But I'm not all the way out the mix yet.
This one's rough bound, I think.
Oh, got that praise bounce.
And look who we found in the rough. Let's see what happens. And he's trying to get out of this deep rough. Let's see how this goes. This one's your third. He's a long ways out here with this next putt. Hopefully, maybe he misses. It's breaking to the left, I think. Yeah, looks like he's put it on a good line here. Okay, not a bad effort from that distance. And if he drops this, it'll save par. This one looks like it's moving a bit to the right here. Oh my. Just a tap. And after that one, let's take a look at the old scorecard. And after that one, your team sits at 2 up. All right, we got a par 3 here on the 4th. Well, this approach is leaning a bit to the right. And he's just about ready to tee off. Let's see how he does. Here's their 7-iron. Change our frame of mind. You're coming off a 3 bogey streak. Let's end that streak here. Oh, no way. Well, let's see how he does here from the greenside bunker.
History has no sympathy for the man who chooses poorly. No applause, no mercy,
Right by
just
the
a
hole.
slow collapse, silent and irreversible. And by the time most men realize what they've done, they're already standing at the funeral of their own potential, not because they were weak, but because they let the wrong woman through the gates of their life and didn't notice she was holding the match. No one warns you. Your mother won't. Your friends can't. And society,
Yikes,
it
that went
profits
right
from
by.
your blindness. But Machiavelli knew. He knew that the downfall of great men was rarely fate. It was almost always a choice, a
He's got
foolish
4
one,
feet to the cup
a
from here.
beautiful one, a seductive one. And while modern culture sells men romantic delusions, love, loyalty, ride
Here
or
we go.
die,
Just a few more
Machiavelli
inches.
offered something far more useful,
Good job.
reality.
And that hole
Men
will
judge
be
generally
halved.
more by the eye than by the hand, he wrote. Everyone sees what you appear to be few, experience what you truly are. Most men are ruled by what they see.
Let's let
be
this
real.
fly
You'll probably
here
see
on the
me in a
5th.
few interesting.
He penetrates the illusion. He sees beyond the makeup, the curves, the charm. He studies her patterns, her values, her discipline, not when she's performing, but when she thinks no one is watching. Let me give you the first brutal law. There are only 2 types of women, beneficial or destructive. That's it. Not maybe, not she's working on herself, not it's complicated. She either multiplies your life or she drains it, slowly, subtly.
This is right on the border. I'm not
And here's
sure
the
if it's
dark
going to be
truth.
rough or
Most women today
fairway.
have mastered the art of appearing beneficial while
And
living
he's ready to
parasitically.
go. Let's see
They
how this hole
smile
goes
sweetly
for
while
him.
they poison your focus. They praise your ambition while pulling you off course. And you, if you are not sovereign, you will call it love. This video isn't about hate, it's about
And
strategy.
here he goes.
Because if you don't
Coming out of
become
the deep
cold-eyed in your
stuff on this
selection,
one.
you will bleed out while calling it commitment. Machiavelli warned, "He who seeks to deceive will always find someone who allows himself to be deceived. And the man who chooses based on beauty alone, he's already signed the surrender papers. He just hasn't felt the consequences yet. The greatest danger isn't the woman herself. It's your failure to discern.
He's
You
in
see,
the deep
beauty
stuff here.
blinds the
He's
undisciplined
buried in there.
man.
Let's see how he does.
And in a world that trains men to worship appearance and dismiss substance, it's no surprise most fall at the feet of what looks right, while walking past what is right. But Machiavelli wasn't writing for romantics. He was writing for rulers. And a ruler never lets the gates of his kingdom be breached by emotion, dressed as opportunity. A destructive woman doesn't need to raise her voice. She just needs to distract you from your purpose, your path, your code. She chips away at your fire by making
And
you
look
explain it.
what this
She
fella
waters
has in
down your
front of him.
discipline
He
by
has
calling it
an
rigid.
extremely
And before you
long
realize
putt
it,
to deal
you've
with.
traded your throne for her comfort. The wise man sees the illusion for what it is, an emotional weapon hidden behind mascara and compliments. And when he looks at a woman, he doesn't ask, "Is she beautiful?" He asks, "Can she stand beside my vision without trying to control it?" That's the test. And most men never ask the question until everything they've built is already gone. Here's your next law. Never choose a woman who disrespects masculine authority. It doesn't matter how sweet she sounds when she wants something. It doesn't matter how stunning she looks in a dress. If she competes with your leadership rather than aligning with it, walk. If she challenges your direction without wisdom,
Looks like he's
leave.
put it on a good line.
If she sees your strength as a threat rather than a shelter, she is
Okay, your
not your
partner
woman.
has left us with a
She
birdie
is a
putt.
storm dressed as
Let's get
sunshine.
this one in.
Machiavelli
And this one
understood power.
goes left,
He
then
knew that
it
those who
goes
fail
to
to
the
secure
right.
it
This
become
is a tough one.
slaves to the very forces they once tried to tame. You think you can handle her drama. You think you can negotiate respect. You think love will
That
fix it.
putt's just going to fly right by the
No.
hole, I guess.
It won't.
Oh, come on, ball.
Because once you choose her,
Be a
she
deer and
holds the
come
power
back
you
onto the
gave
green.
away.
Come on.
You handed it over, dressed it up in velvet words like compromise, understanding, partnership. But Machiavelli knew what most modern men have forgotten. It is far safer to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. And before you misunderstand, This isn't about being cruel. It's about being respected. A man who cannot command his woman's respect will never keep her loyalty. A woman will test your standards to find your spine,
grab the bogey,
and when she finds none,
move on.
she will resent you for it. She won't leave. She'll stay just long enough to ruin
and then
you.
it goes right.
And when she's done, she'll whisper, "You changed." No, you collapsed, and she watched it happen. You were trained to believe that masculinity must always be soft, that leadership must always be democratic.
Okay, this putt is around
that real
6
strength
feet out.
is about compromise, especially with women. But Machiavelli warned what happens when power is diluted. It vanishes. The moment you allow your authority to be negotiated, you've already surrendered it.
Okay,
she will not respect a man who apologizes for leading. She may smile, she may nod, but deep down, she'll know you don't stand for anything. And once a woman senses that your spine bends for her comfort, she will lose all desire to stand beside you. Because deep down, even the most modern woman wants to follow a man she cannot move. This doesn't mean being unkind.
Right, par 5
it
on the 6th
means being
hole.
clear in your expectations, clear in your vision, clear in your boundaries. Because if she can rattle you with tears, seduce you into submission, or argue her way out of discipline, you are not her man. You are her project.
All right, let's see how he does.
Her puppet, her placeholder until someone with a backbone walks in. You don't get loyalty from love. You get it from being a man who cannot be manipulated. Your third commandment is this: watch how she handles boredom. Any woman can be sweet when she's entertained, when she's getting gifts, when your attention is constant. But watch what happens when the thrill fades.
And he's hitting out of the first
Does she
cut.
create peace, or does she ignite chaos just to feel alive? This is when her true nature shows. A woman who needs drama to feel something will destroy your future the moment real life demands patience, focus, or self-control. You want a woman who can sit in stillness, not one who burns your kingdom down just because she's bored. Then there's the lie society tells you: her past doesn't matter. You're insecure if you care. Machiavelli would laugh in your face because he knew. The promise given was a necessity of the past. The word broken is a necessity of the present. Her past is your future. The woman who betrayed others before you, she's not starting over with you. She's perfecting the method. If her history is chaos, her future with you won't be any different. Don't ignore the warning signs just because she smiles when she lies. Next law: never align your legacy with someone who mocks your mission. You are a man with vision, or you should be, and a man with vision does not marry lust. He aligns with mission. If she disrespects your discipline, if she rolls her eyes at your ambition, if she worships attention but laughs at your legacy, she's not your ally, she's your assassin. A woman who cannot handle stillness will crave disruption. And if there's none, she will create it.
Almost went down.
When the spotlight fades, when the gifts stop, when life becomes steady, she becomes restless. Restlessness in a woman is not harmless. It is often the root of infidelity, drama, and sabotage, dressed in emotional spontaneity. Machiavelli would call this what it is:
man, you almost got that tip to go.
Soul, dangerous to any man on a mission.
Birdie putt your teammate left us with.
If you ignore this trait,
Nothing
she
too
won't destroy you
crazy
loudly.
in this one, I don't think. Just
She'll
a
do
little
it
bit to
subtly,
the left.
with passive doubt, with emotional withdrawal when you focus on your craft, with resentment when you don't dance for her chaos.
So this one's on a line.
And then there's her past.
Ooh, almost drained that
irrelevant.
one for the birdie. And let's see, he's setting up now, 2-footer. Okay, that putt's done.
I meant to keep you blind. A woman who jumps from man to man doesn't value depth. She values novelty. A woman who's betrayed others doesn't need healing. She needs accountability. You are not her savior. You're not her second chance. You're the next chapter in her pattern, unless you draw the line. Look at her patterns, not her promises. Because the woman who mocks your mission will one day mock your downfall and call it growth. Here's a truth no man wants to hear, but every real man must obey. If she doesn't fear losing you, she'll never value you. A woman who believes you'll always be there, no matter what she says, no matter how much value she stops bringing, will grow to despise you. Why? Because what costs nothing is worth nothing. And Machiavelli knew men should be either caressed or
just
crushed.
Tattooed that
There is
girl.
no middle ground. Women will do the same to you. If she can't
This
lose
shot's
you, she
around
will control you.
95 yards.
If
to
she
the pin.
fears losing you, she will rise to meet your standard. This is not about playing games. It's about holding frame. The man who is willing to walk away always owns the power. And no woman respects the man who trades that power for comfort. Stop rewarding disrespect with more attention. Stop begging for loyalty with acts of desperation. Stop bending your spine to avoid being alone. Machiavelli didn't write for soft men. He wrote for rulers.
A little too
And
much
a
to the
ruler
right.
doesn't explain his worth. He guards it. He tests her. He chooses her based on standards, not feelings. And that leads us to the next commandment. Choose a woman whose presence strengthens your discipline, not softens it. The wrong woman will tempt you to skip the gym, laugh at your boundaries, and label your ambition as too much. She'll do it smiling. She'll call it
Okay,
love.
we'll be all square
But
if
it's
they should
treason,
sink this.
because a real woman, a beneficial woman, doesn't beg you to stay soft. She dares you to stay sharp. A woman who doesn't fear losing you will never truly value what she
And
has.
this next
She
putt's
might
for his
claim she
par.
loves you. She might
I
even
think
believe
this one's
it.
going left to
But
right.
without that underlying tension, that awareness that you could leave at any moment, she will begin to drift into complacency, or worse, quiet contempt. That's why women instinctively test
Here's a bogey
boundaries.
putt.
It's not about
This putt's
cruelty.
going a little to the left.
It's
It is
about
short.
confirmation. They want to know, is this man
All right,
real?
let's head
Is
to
he
the
solid?
next.
Or is he just
Well, if
performing
this goes
strength
down,
to
they're
keep
going
me
to take
around?
things all square again.
If you flinch, she knows. If you fold, she
And
owns
there we
you.
go.
A man who cannot walk away from a woman cannot lead her. And Machiavelli understood this centuries ago, long before modern psychology gave it a name. Respect is rooted in fear, not fear of abuse,
And now I
fear of
present you with
consequence, fear
the
of
par
your
3
absence. And that fear keeps her grounded in reality, not fantasy. So while others tell you to open up, Machiavelli would tell you to sharpen your edge.
We're going with the 5-iron
Because
here.
if a woman can stay in your life while disrespecting your values,
And let's see
you're
how
not
he
her
does
king,
on this
you're
hole.
her fool. And history is full of fools who loved too softly and lost everything. Now let me speak to the man who's already trapped. The man who hears this and thinks, it's too late, I've already chosen wrong. No, it's not too late, but it will cost you. It will cost you your comfort, your pride, maybe your money,
Little less
maybe
than pure
years
on
you'll
that
never
swing.
get back. But ask yourself this, what's more expensive?
Here's our
Leaving
second
now
shot on
or
the
dying
8th.
slowly over the next 20 years? Because make no mistake, the wrong woman will drain you. And when you're empty, she will leave anyway. Not because she's evil, but because nature has no sympathy for a man who refuses to lead himself. Machiavelli knew people respect what they fear losing. And if she doesn't fear losing you, it's because you taught her not to. That ends today. You're not here to be an emotional sponge, a side character in her story, a fixer of broken things. You are here to build. And what you build will either be fortified by her presence or burned down by her nature. Most modern men don't fail because they're weak. They fail because they were trained to believe their weakness is love. They call surrender compassion. They call silence peace. They call self-betrayal
He sinks this next
devotion.
putt. We're going dormy, folks.
But Machiavelli
We
stripped
got a
away
right
the
to
delusion.
left break on this one.
A prince who is not himself wise cannot be wisely advised. Meaning what? If you're weak,
There
you
it
will
is.
only
He
attract women who
managed to
prey on
get
it.
that one to drop.
You'll
That's his
confuse
par.
their chaos for chemistry, and you'll keep calling yourself unlucky, when in truth, you're just undisciplined. The most dangerous lie a man can tell himself is, she'll change.
And we can
No, she
cap
won't.
off the front
She'll
9
adapt.
with a par
Just
4.
enough to keep you hooked. Then she'll revert to the chaos that secretly excites her, because you were never a man she followed, just one she managed. The truth is, you're not stuck. You're addicted. Addicted to the hope that this time will be different, that this next argument
right,
will lead to
bombs away.
breakthrough,
Let's see what
that your
happens here.
patience,
Let's go.
your pain, your sacrifices will be repaid with loyalty. They won't.
And let's see
Because
what
when you
do
choose
off
the
the
wrong
tee
woman,
here.
you've already entered a contract, where you lose by design. Every time you compromise to avoid conflict, you lose authority. Every time you silence your truth to keep the peace,
Nice, that's some
you lose
solid
respect.
contact.
And once she senses that you've built your life around her approval,
And now he's
she will
looking
use
at
it to reshape
200
you
yards
into
or so
something
to the
smaller.
pin.
Machiavelli didn't write for men who need therapy. He wrote for men who need to reclaim the throne of their own mind. And the first step, admit you've surrendered, then rise, not for revenge, but for rebirth. Because the man you used to be is the reason she stayed. The man you must become is the reason she won't
He's
survive
getting
your
ready
future.
to fire away
Here's
with
what
his
no
second shot.
motivational speaker will ever tell you. No woman on earth is your purpose. Not one. Your purpose is your mission, your discipline, your legacy. A woman can complement it or corrupt it, but she can never replace it. Yet most men today, they flip the equation. They make her the mission. They orbit her emotions. They wake up every morning chasing her validation. And they wonder why she loses respect. Because women do not trust men who orbit them. They trust men who orbit nothing but their purpose. That's why the same woman who disrespects one man will worship another. Not because she changed, but because the frame changed. Here's the brutal lesson. Never choose a woman who cannot thrive in your absence. You want to know who she really is. Step back, disappear, watch. Does she multiply? Or does she fall apart the moment your attention fades? If she cannot hold the line when you're not watching, she will betray it the moment life tests you. Machiavelli taught rulers to fortify their cities, to control their borders. You are no different.
He needs this.
Your
to save
energy
par.
is your
Let's see what
fortress.
happens.
Your standards are your gates. Let the wrong woman in and it won't be an invasion. It'll be a slow collapse from the inside out. And here's the part that stings. Most men who fall knew she was the wrong woman.
Almost.
They just lacked the strength to walk away. A man without a mission becomes
Okay,
a
and if
servant
he
to his
sinks this
emotions
next putt,
and a
he will go
slave
2
to
up.
hers. And the moment you place a woman at the center of your life, she instinctively begins to test whether you were ever built to lead.
Finishing
She
this
doesn't want
match
to
at
be your oxygen.
2 up on the
She
other
wants to
team.
feel your
Great start.
fire. That's why your absence is the
And
ultimate
that was
measure,
a bit of fun.
not to play
Thanks so much
games,
for the
but
round.
to
I'm
reveal
glad
her
that you
truth.
brought me along
Does
for the
she
ride.
stay
We'll
grounded?
see you next time.
Does she guard what you've built? Or does she seek validation elsewhere the second you're no longer feeding her ego? Most men never test this because they fear what they might find. And that fear keeps them loyal to a fantasy instead of loyal to themselves. Your standards are not demands. They are defenses against manipulation, against distraction, against decline. Machiavelli warned rulers never to let enemies through the gates, but modern men. They hand the keys to women they barely know, then cry betrayal when their peace burns. You are not just protecting your heart, you're protecting your legacy. And the woman you choose is either helping you fortify it, or she's laying bricks for your downfall while smiling in your arms. Let me tell you why most men ignore every red flag. Because, deep down, they believe they're the exception. You think your love is different. You think your patience will change her. You think if you wait long enough, she'll finally see your worth. She won't. You're not her father. You're not her therapist. You're not her God. You're a man, and a man's time is his life. Every moment you spend trying to reform a woman who refuses to grow is a moment you steal from your future self. Machiavelli didn't mince words. The wise man does at once what the fool does finally. If you stay with the wrong woman because you're scared to start over, you're not loyal. You're just delaying your destruction. And here's the part most men won't admit. You chose her. Whether through lust, loneliness, or low standards, you let her in. You ignored the signs. You silenced your intuition. And now you're paying the price. But the suffering only continues if you keep lying to yourself. Because the truth is this. No woman has ever ruined a man's life. He did that by choosing her. And unless you accept that, you'll keep repeating the cycle. Blaming women, blaming society, blaming bad luck. When the real enemy is your refusal to raise your standards. Your downfall didn't begin when she betrayed you. It began the moment you refused to see her clearly. You excused the red flags. You romanticized the dysfunction. You told yourself, she's just different. when your soul was already screaming, "Get out."
Put a nice swing onto that one.
But you stayed, not out of strength, but out of fear. Fear of starting over.
Sets up around
Fear of being
165
alone.
yards out.
Fear of admitting that you invested your time, your energy, your heart into someone who was never worthy of it. And Machiavelli would tell you the truth you avoid. He who allows himself to be deceived is already halfway conquered. You didn't just choose her, you protected her image, even as she drained you. You defended her to your friends. You made excuses for her disrespect. And now the price is your purpose. But here's the wake-up call.
Grab your putter.
You don't need more signs. You need more self-respect. Because every second you spend justifying her presence is a second stolen from the man you could become.
This one's a 21-footer.
TikTok.
And this one's going pretty hard, right to left.
She didn't ruin you. She revealed you. The part of you still addicted to chaos, approval, and potential. That version of you needs to die. Because no queen will follow a man who kneels to his own illusions. Here's the law that will either free you or keep you a slave to chaos. You do not rise by being lucky with women. You rise by being ruthless with your standards. The world won't applaud you for this. They'll mock you, call you controlling, say you're harsh, cold, toxic. But let them talk. Because the man who stands alone with peace is richer than the one surrounded by chaos disguised as love.
And after that first hole, tough break, you're one down.
50 today. If you felt the truth burn
And
through
the second
your
hole, we
illusions,
have a
don't
par
scroll past
4.
this.
Let's go. This one's heading to the fairway, I think.
Every woman you allow into your life is either sharpening your sword or dulling your edge. There is no neutral woman. There is no harmless choice. She will either fuel your mission or become the quiet enemy within your walls. So make your decision like a king, not a beggar. Test her, challenge her.
Nice swing.
Step back and see what reveals itself in your absence.
Oh yeah,
because any woman can act right when you're watching. The real question is,
nicely done.
Who does she become when you're not? If she lives by your values when no reward is attached, you may have something rare. But if she drifts the moment you stop chasing, she was never yours to begin with. So choose wisely, lead ruthlessly, and never forget, a man who fears losing a woman is already owned by her. But a man who fears losing his purpose owns the world. If you found value in this video, please like, share, and subscribe to
I've seen you swing. I've seen you swing better. Let's see what he can do here. 110 yards out.
That was a little ranked matchmaking and Machiavelli.
Okay, he did stick the green. Nowhere close to the hole, but you know, that's a green. If he sinks this next putt, he's going to go 2 up. Ooh. Good luck on this one. Par save, possibly. I think this one's going to go a bit to the left. Oh, man. And if he sinks this next putt, he's going to go 2 up on you. Look out. And as he gets that one to drop, that will win the hole for him. That hole was a bit of a loss. Let's make up for it on the next one, maybe. All right, we got a par 5 here on this third hole. Oh, and that one just barely makes its way into the second cut. All right, let's let this one go. Yikes. And second shot here on the third. And you've done yourself a service there. We're back in the fairway. That's great. This shot's around 155 yards out. This one's heading left. Setting up here, looking at an elevated green. And that approach was a bit wayward. All right, here we go. This is his fourth shot. And from the green side rough. Oh, almost perfection there with the chipper. All right, he's setting up his next putt, and yeah, it's a long one. Oh, yeah, starting this one way out to the right. Maybe got this putt to win the hole. Oh, the putt drops, and that's going to win you the hole. Like you're gaining ground on your friend after that hole. I like seeing that. Let's see how things go here on the fourth. Well, you're not going to hit every green today. That's all right. Here we go. Let's see what this guy does. Taking this one with the 8-iron. This is leaning to the right. Okay, second shot here on the fourth. Five feet left to go. trying to save par right here. Let's see if he can do it. Okay, that hole's going to be halved. Teeing it up on the 5th. All right, we've managed to roll this one into the second cut, unfortunately. And let's see how this hole goes down for him. All right, and this one just barely makes its way into that second cut of rough. And we're setting up here with an elevated green. Might need some more club. I think this one's coming up short from the rough. Okay, nicely done. You're in the fairway now. Let's hit up onto that green. Okay, he's coming out of the deep stuff. I don't know if this one has enough from the rough. Here we go, par putt. Let's do it. Good luck with this. Got to give it some gas up the hill, and it's breaking a little to the right. Well done from there. Maybe next one will drop. And if this next putt drops, you'll go 2 up. I think it's breaking to the left. Ooh. And this one's just about 6 feet. Okay, he's left with this to have the hole. And that putt safely in its home. And that hole's halved. Sixth hole coming up. Nothing wrong with that. He's ready to let her rip here. Let's see what he does. All right, let's see how he deals with this one in the sand. And I don't think there's enough on this one from the sand. This shot's about 80 yards out. Oh, that'll do. All right, let's get a birdie and get out of here. What do you say? I think it goes straight and then dives a bit to the left. The birdie putt drops, and I'm thankful because last hole with that bogey got me a little scared. And we are all square after that hole. And now the 7th hole, we got a par 5. I think this is heading to the fairway. He's ready to tee off. Let's see what happens here with him. And from here, it's about 250 yards out. Oh, no good. I think we're heading to the sand. Heading towards that bunker. Okay, let's see what happens. This is his 3rd. All right, from the beach. Great work out of that bunker. Nestled that one nice and close. And hopefully he can deal with a little sand shot here. He's got a very long putt. Can he do it? We'll find out soon. This one seems to be tilting left to right. Ooh, looks like he's put it on a pretty good line. Ooh, still looking good. Oh, the putt won't go. He's still made a pretty good putt, though. Okay, here's your chance to go one up on your opponent. That one drops, and that's your second birdie in a row. The makings of a streak, perhaps. And after that one, you are one up. And now we're teeing it up on the 8th hole. Nice swing onto that one. And he's ready to let her rip. Let's see how this hole goes. They've gone with the 6-iron on this one. Okay, let's see if he can get up and down from here. All right, let's do this. He got this to win the match. This putt's going downhill. I think it's going to the right as well. Oh, that one zipped right by, didn't it? And from the green side rough. Ooh, bad break. And they'll take this all square if they can sink this. So it looks like it has a little bit of a break to the left. Oh, so close. 5-foot putt coming up. And this is his attempt at bogey. Okay, that hole's going to be halved. All right, the 9th is a par 4. Oh yeah, that's a sweet spot there. That's yeah, you launched it. Alrighty, he's good to go on this one. Let's see how he does. Well, he's hoping this one sticks to the fairway. And he'll end up rolling just into this first cut of rough. Okay, hole number 9, shot number 2. Let's see what you got. Robbery. Yeah, I wish that one went down. And your friend looks like he's in the rough. This one's heading a little bit too much to the right. All right, let's see what happens. This is his 3rd shot. All right, I need you to sink this putt so you win this match. I already told people you were going to win. All right, your opponent has conceded this putt, and you know what that means. We're all done. We're all done here. And the match is over, and you have won. Finishing the match at 2-up on your opponent. Good work. Congratulations. And with that, I say goodbye. See you next time.
$65. Nah, I don't have no other characters, you know? It's just me right there. Just old me. But I appreciate you tuning in. Son, but came back to you, little tap out. So it's a blessing to be alive. Like, comment, and subscribe. Getting to the cash on the grass, slinging that iron, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't do too bad out there. We ain't do too good. You know, I let that Machiavelli play earlier. For all the men out there who want a little wisdom with the women, if y'all watch this video, you gon' hear up in there somewhere a good message about, you know, how to choose the right woman. So, catch y'all on the next one. Yeah, I'm doing the My Player too. Just stop doing the My Player because I'm trying to play with the season. So I accidentally played too far ahead of the season. And I was like, damn, I tripped out and played too far. So right now I'm on the US Open. So on the last day of the US Open, I'm going to play my last day and I'm going to post my tee time. And I'm going to go live for my tee time. So y'all be looking out for my tee time on the same day the US Open. Everybody else play. You know, the real players. Post my tee time and I'm going to play the rest of my season with the real PGA Tour. And the first day they play, I'm going to play my day one. And on the last day they play, I'm going to play my day two. And in the middle of those days, I probably play ranked matchmaking. But yeah, I'm about to play all my tournaments with them when they play their tournaments. And I'll be letting y'all know about those tee times. So yeah, tap into those tee times. And so the US Open coming up like the 12th or something like that. July or June, something like that. I don't know. It's on the Canadian Open right now, so they got a ways to go. So I'm going to be playing this ranked matchmaking until they catch up to the US Open. And on the last day of the US Open, I already played my day one. I played my day two. And I'll be back playing my player season. And I'm just going to announce my live tee times when the real players play. But yeah, Like I said, it's a blessing to be alive. Like, comment, and subscribe. Super Saiyan Sensei Jam Master Obadiah Juan Kenobi. Better act like you know me. Getting to the cash on that grass, slinging that Iron Man. Getting to the cream on the green, slinging that thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one.